So what's going on, Gas Gang? Yes, we are finally back. We are finally back down at the home of the world's fastest Porsches, ES Motor UK, and that can only mean one thing. Yes, guys, my car is fixed and ready. Today, we're gonna tell you exactly what went wrong and exactly what we've done about it. Stay tuned for this one. It's gonna be sick. Let's get it. Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it. Hey yo, but before we get cracking, remember that if you're looking for the creme de la creme of high performance, high value car insurance, look no further than A-Plan Insurance. A-Plan have been looking after car enthusiasts like ourselves for over 50 years. This is not your run-of-the-mill insurer. They know exactly how to look after us petrolheads. It's who I use to insure all of my cars, and we've teamed up to bring you all great deals. Check the links in the video description, and if you're close to renewal or ready to insure something spicy, dial the phone number to secure your pride and joy with an insurer that will keep you covered. Thank me later. So yes guys, as the intro said, today we are back down at the home of the world's fastest Porsches, ES Motor UK, and look at all these nice cars around me. In fact, before we get into it, we just got to pay some of these cars respect. Like, come on, we got a V-Spec, Midnight Purple, R34 GTR, behind a white R34 GTR. We've got to put some respect on these cars' names. We got Amir's own car here, the ES 1400 blue car that you have actually seen quite a lot on the channel. Very, very renowned car. Crazy power, about 1700 brake horsepower. But let's talk about this bad boy. The keen-eyed viewers here would recognize this car from America. This is a 997.1, comes with the Mexico engine. This is a 911 turbo. And the way it's spec'd up, it actually looks like a .2. But actually, this was out in America with AIM Performance, who were looking after it, who work kind of hand in hand with ES Motor UK. We saw this car at TX2K doing the roll racing or competing in the roll racing with the big boys. It's quite rare to see a Porsche out in the States with all their other cars. They've got twin turbo Lambos, R8s, you know, they've got the big LS swapped cars, they got all the crazy stuff, but having a 911 turbo out there competing is actually something quite different. It's back in the UK now, and this is its party piece. It's got a sequential gearbox. It's a Hollinger gearbox built by Bill Radar, and yeah, this is an amazing car, and one day we're actually gonna get this on the channel. This is about 1800 brake horsepower, cleared way over 200 mile an hour and a half. I wanna say it was near 240. Now, of course, my 911 Turbo S was damaged at terminal velocity. It was actually a kind of a bittersweet day because we won the event. However, we did encounter a big issue, which we'll get into in a little while. But let me just kind of take you guys back to that fateful day. We had actually sent away for a map revision from Emre from ES Motor in Turkey. And that was pretty much because the ethanol mix didn't like the methanol mix, and the car didn't seem to be too happy. So basically we sent away, got a new map, and then we started doing runs on it. Now, let's go and have a look at the run before it all went wrong, because this is actually the run that won the event, believe it or not. Oh my God, too much power. Oh my God. Did you see that at the beginning? So after that, it was all good. I was prepped and ready to go. And I thought, if I can keep this car in a straight line, I'm going to be able to easily break the 190s. And although that was already kind of the winning run, I knew that it could go a lot faster. The car could do a lot more, and I just kind of wanted it to be a clear win because we had some fast McLarens from MSL, 1,000 wheel horsepower McLarens, doing 185s, I think it was, 186s, and I believe that run you saw was a 187. But yeah, this is where it all went wrong. So as much as I don't like to watch it back, let's go and have a look. All right, cool. That was not good. Ooh. Right, so yeah, it all went wrong, and that is the sound that no car guy ever wants to hear coming out of their car because that just sounds bad. But we're fixed. We're fixed and we're pretty much ready to go. And it's actually quite funny because after that happened, the car actually did still drive, which I thought was really interesting. And because the runway was in the middle of nowhere, little did anyone know, I actually drove that car 5 miles to a kebab shop. But guys, listen, I'm not going to talk too much. I think what we all want to know is exactly what happened to the car, what the rectification was. It's been a little bit of a long road, so we're going to get straight into it. Let's go and speak to Amir down here at ES Motor UK and tell you exactly what happened. Amir, welcome back to the channel, brother.
Thanks, man. Nice. Thank you for having me.
Mate, it's been a while.
It has been, bro.
It's been a while,
yeah.
you know.
Since we've seen that beast in action as well.
I know. And talking about action, man, come on, man. Let's just take our hats off. Let's take some, we appreciated some of the cars out there. Let's just appreciate this for a minute,
That's
man.
it.
This is
the journey, bro. Remember, look, from stock to ES 700, I think we went 750, 800, 1100.
Bro, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely
non-stop in it, and it's just like,
it's
just killed it every time.
I've got to say this has been one of, well, the best, I think, hands down journey that I've, or car that I've owned, tuning wise, you know, I've never experienced something of this power. Yeah. And I actually felt how crazy this car is.
Yeah.
What was it running again? I can't remember.
I think it ran a 3.2 or 3.1, something like that. I think it was a 3.2.
Yeah.
3.2 something, 100 to 100, which is crazy fast. I think.
Yeah.
The trap speeds over a quarter mile, I think, were 160 odd mile an hour. So. You know, it wasn't a slouch. It's a really, really fast car.
Yeah.
I think with Terminal Velocity, it's an awesome event because you know, it's something that's a bit different, and everyone in the UK gets to compete over like a rolling car side by side.
That's right.
Which doesn't happen. The only thing that lets it down, unfortunately, is the surface. Yeah. Now, that surface is really, really bumpy. The problem is with the high power cars like you've got and like we sometimes take there. Yeah. It can be very harsh on the drivetrain because you're putting in a lot of power, the grip's not that great, and you know, it's like
undulations, bumps.
Yeah, it's bumping all the way down. So it's like if you, for instance, if you drag race and you're getting a lot of wheel hop off the line, you know?
Oh yeah, you'll break something.
It's really bad for your drivetrain, right? And you're going to end up breaking something. And it's pretty similar to that, but from a roll because it's just like, as you know, when you were driving, like how it kind of felt. So yeah, that was a bit of the unfortunate thing that you couldn't kind of get more of a run out of it on the day, but it's just that one of those things with that sort of surface, I guess.
Yeah.
Our other 1400 customers, I mean, these guys use their car a lot. One of our other customers, Moulton, he drives his car hard, man. He drives it quite often as well. It's like a daily for him. Yeah. Munraj's one again is pretty much the same thing. Yep.
1700 brake-ish.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And Moulton's one made like 1450 at the wheels. Munraj's was like 1420 at the wheels. Yeah. So it's all well over 1400 wheel, and then obviously the blue one that everybody knows about.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, X amount of time like that. So yeah, these cars, they're designed, most of our customers, look, they're not, even you're not a guy that's going to want to go to a drag strip, change your tires, you know, have a different setup for the drag strip, then bring another set of wheels back for the road and stuff like that, you know?
Oh, and your car only goes that fast on a drag strip.
On a drag, exactly. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, these are more designed for our client base, which is like, you bring a car, it runs on the street, you can take it to an event, you can take it to half mile, quarter mile, prepped, unprepped, you know? And it's just gonna perform. And all you gotta do is just change the fuel according to whichever power setting you run, you know? So that is how we've kind of, the blueprint of the car is as a real, true street car. Of course. That you can race. So.
100%. Like, this car will do 8s on the road, guys. Trust me. We might not have achieved it right yet, but if we kind of put in
I mean, the surface, if we had better conditions, the weather obviously
Yeah.
It's not
winter
great,
months,
isn't it?
isn't it?
We have like a few months of testing that we can try it in.
Exactly. That fateful day, something went, and it went big style, and obviously the engine was still running and everything like that, so straight away we were pretty certain it was something to do with the gearbox. Now obviously the car is back in one piece, it's got a new gearbox in it, and everything is fixed. However, we want to show you exactly what went wrong with it, and the boys down at ES Motor UK, they work with a company called REGAL AUTOSPORT, who I've actually worked with on some other cars too. Great guys, and they're actually specialists in gearbox, dealers for Dodson clutches and also WaveTrack LSDs. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand you over to Ash, who filmed the gearbox, what went wrong with it, and let you guys know and see exactly what went wrong.
Okay, so we've got Jamie's gearbox out here on the bench in front of us, and we've partially disassembled it, so we've popped the end cover off to reveal the gear set inside. So we've got the input shaft up here at the top, then we've got the main shaft down here, and then the output shaft, which is probably just out of shot. On the input shaft, the third gear should have some teeth on it. There's no longer any teeth on there whatsoever. So there's a lot of teeth that we found when we took the end cover off. Also, there's some damage to the third gear on the main shaft, some damage to the fifth gear on the input shaft, and also there's some various other like bits of pitting and gear tooth damage on various of the other gears. So this gearbox as it is at the moment, although all the other components appear serviceable, the gear set isn't, and because the third gear for the input shaft is actually part of it, we'll have to replace the whole entire input shaft, and then the individual gears are then slotted onto it. So the options at the moment are get a used gearbox which is in a serviceable condition, or buy a brand new one from Porsche. They also do exchange units, because at the moment there are no gear sets currently available for this gearbox. It is something that is potentially coming in the next year or so, so we'll be able to put these gearboxes which are out of service back into service, and also install and upgrade to customers' cars that want to try to prevent this issue happening on their cars or in the future. So yeah, sorry Jamie, that's the condition of your gearbox, and yeah.
Thank you very much, Ash. And guys, obviously if you need a gearbox specialist, they specialise in dual clutch transmissions. They do a lot of stuff for the Audi gearboxes, PDK gearboxes, and as I say, WaveTrack, LSDs, Dodson clutches, and much more. So check them out, links to them are in the description. Also, I did actually try to do a slightly cheaper route. I found a gear set in Lithuania, the only one available in Europe at the time. I bought it, it cost me about £1,000. So again, in comparison to what a gearbox costs, it was quite cheap. When it arrived, it was scrap metal. Honestly, guys, if you had saw the state of it, it was insane. In fact, hopefully I've been throwing up some pictures as I've been talking, because the state of it was terrible. It took ages for me to get my money back, and also that was part of the hold up why things took so long. So anyway, back to you, Amir. So we are now back in one piece, and we're pretty much ready to go, right?
Ready to run again as it was before, man. So you know, you've still got all your same maps on there: pump fuel, race fuel, mixing, whatnot. So
that's the other thing. I think because you know, again, people might have forgot what it's actually done on a dyno. You probably haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the other thing. So remember when we had it on the dyno last time, it made like 11:30
something.
Yeah.
Should we throw up a clip?
Yeah.
All right, we'll throw up a clip now.
Yeah. So yeah, it made that power then, and we still had a little bit more in reserve. So you can see it's quite, the bottom end and everything, the engine is over-engineered for the power that it makes.
Got ya.
So we put different turbos on this and a different head, then we can make more power. The stock head and cams obviously do restrict it a little bit as well to where we are power-wise. But like I said, the rest of the build, fuel system and everything else, and the actual bottom end is capable of much more than capable of what it's running. Now,
Ash actually touched on it very briefly about a fix might be coming for the gearbox, because obviously this is going to worry some people who want to go high power. I guess it's like anything, you know, when you're tuning a car, I mean stage one, as soon as you start tampering, you're taking it out of what the manufacturer kind of specs the car to. But we all know certain components can take a lot more. But when you're at this crazy power, unfortunately, or say fortunately, most of the time things go right. Sometimes they can go wrong.
Of course.
Do you want to explain the fix that might be coming?
The thing is with the gearboxes, the PDK, I mean, other cars like the GTRs and stuff like that, they have been well advanced in terms of gearbox, upgraded gears and stuff, because they break a lot easier than what these do. So we're like, with the Porsche development on gear sets and stuff, it's not been in high demand. And even now, there's not like that many braking compared to not braking for it to be like a massive in-need requirement. However, us being us, we always want to try and over-engineer where we can. So we're working with Ash on trying to get a new gear set up made for these. He's got enough gearboxes there to take a gear set out of. So yeah, hopefully that should be good.
Cool.
So once that's out there, then we can put it to the test again and see how it lasts on the drag strip.
That's it. So guys, there you go. I mean, look, it's been a while, but finally I get to take the car home today and just enjoy it, Unfortunately, the weather right now isn't probably the best weather for a car of this power, running semi-slicks on the back, but you'd be surprised still they can put the power down, just run it on a lower map. So guys, this actually makes 1100 on pump, 1100 at the crank on pump, so it's more than enough even when I'm driving it around, not running it on race fuel. More than enough for any sane person. So as I say, hopefully we get a little bit of a dry spell and I can, have some fun in it. But yeah, guys, hope you kind of enjoyed the update or the fix. We are back on the road now and we're ready to go. We fight another day. And yeah, man, if you're still here with me, I know there's been a lot of techie stuff going on today, then you're truly invested in this build. I know a lot of people are, and thank you for actually, following the build. It's been a crazy build. So yeah, with that said, I think we're past Christmas now. I don't know exactly when this video is going live. It could even be New Year. So if it is New Year, or if we're running up to New Year, a happy New Year. And thank you for the support throughout. Also a massive shout out to yourself, bro, and all the support through the year. It's been a great relationship we've built. And yeah, many more to come. So
many more OG battles to come.
That's it. Many more GTRs to get. I've got to stop saying it. Oh, the camera even said no. Sorry, GTR boys. I know you get a little bit upset. What I think I'll do is I'll start running you in my Integra instead. Nah, it's all fun and games, it's all love. You know me. So yeah. Anyway, guys. With that said, hopefully not too many GTR people have unsubscribed. And for those of you who are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button if I can get the words out. And once again, thank you for joining us. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.